Hello, Soul Tribe. This is Janine, your celestial messenger. I'm here to give you another reading. This is a collective reading, so it will be for the collective, of course, and take what resonates, leave the rest behind. I'll be pulling 3 piles from the Romance and Love Oracle cards, using the Mystic Truth Oracle cards to see what's going on in the energy. I'll clarify it with the Light Seers Tarot deck. And we're also going to pull some Beyond the Fog and Shade tarot deck. And then I'm going to give you a spirit animal. That being said, I hope everyone's doing great. Thank you for coming and spending some time with me. Wow, what a weekend, huh? It's been just pouring rain here. It's not sunny California, I can tell you that right now. It's actually very wet California right now on the Pacific coast. Well, that being said, take what resonates, leave the rest behind. These are collective readings, so if it doesn't resonate with you now, maybe come back at a later time and it will resonate with you. Remember, tarot is a tool. It just kind of helps you navigate what's going on with the energies in the your energy field. That being said, let's call in spirit after we cleanse the energy with Palo Santos. This is Palo Santos. It clears away negative energy. We only want positive energy in this reading. We hope. We always aim for that, but depends on what's going to happen, what cards come out. So here we go, Soul Tribe. I'm so happy you're here. Here's some Palo Santos for you guys. Let's cleanse the energy. And I'm really excited to give you this reading. I enjoy tarot a whole lot. I actually learned from my stepmom. When I was 9, I kind of have to refresh myself a little bit, but yeah, she's the one that sat me down and told me about the cards, and it's very interesting. You know, we just bonded that way. One way was a way of bonding, but I'm happy that she did teach me. So that being said, now that we cleanse the energy, let's ring in spirit. If you're sound sensitive, please turn down the volume, because it sometimes gets loud, sometimes it doesn't. But let's call spirit in before we say our prayer, okay? Here we go. Holy Spirit, we ask that you continue to guide us and protect us. We ask that you give us insight and guidance on our current situations. We ask that you lift the veil of falseness and we reveal that which is hidden from us. And we thank you for your blessings, your wisdoms, your power, and your work in our lives. We also want to give gratitude for everything that you provide. You provide us with our homes, our families, our pets, our food, clean water, this beautiful earth, so full of magic, just so full of mystery, so much to do, so much to be thankful for. We also ask at this time that all monitoring spirits go deaf and blind due to this reading. And we say this in Jesus Christ's name, amen. Okay, that being said, let's find out with the messy truth what is in the energy field for the collective. For my soul tribe, those that have come to seek your advice, spirit, the divine. Now that card wanted to fly out. card wanted to fly out. I don't know why, but we're going to put it right here. Hopefully you can see that. This is called Broken Trust card. Lies, cheating, promises shattered. And that was coming out, flew out actually. So since it flew out, I'm going to go ahead and honor it. Apparently that was supposed to happen. So here we go again. Let's do a quick shuffle. Okay, one more shuffle. Divine, what do you have as far as messages for the Soul Tribe, my collective? Oh yeah, if you like my videos, please like and subscribe. Comment if you will. Okay, your next card coming out is Soul Come Back Online. Energies returning, alignment, spiritual reset. So even though you might have gone through some lying and cheating and promises shattered in your life at this time, you are activating your soul and you're getting back into alignment with your spirit side. And looks like you're doing a lot of healing. Let's see. You're coming into alignment with the divine, and your energy may be picking up because you had to go in and do some healing. This is like the Star card. And this is like the Three Swords. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Your next card is You Never Really Loved Me. Truth revealed, illusion shattered, and heartbreak. So you've come to the realization at this point that whoever you were dealing with never actually really loved you in the first place. I'm going to put these right here. So it was kind of easy for you to walk away. This is kind of like the Eight of Cups, walking away and starting new and trusting in the divine. Maybe you got a download that it was time to go. Because trust was broken. Okay. Next card out will be Can't Move On. Possibly somebody can't move on. They're looking at your pictures, stuck, loop, missing them, no closure, or maybe you're feeling sometimes missing them. You know, it's hard to let somebody go. Yeah, it is. It's a Swords card. Probably you're stuck in your head a little bit. The Two of Swords card comes to my mind. You chose them, third-party betrayal replacement. Okay, so that could be probably why you might be stuck in your head. But we're going to clarify some of this. So that's what we have for the messy truth. So you might have been betrayed due to a third-party involvement. You felt betrayed. You or the other person can't move on. The other energy in your field. You felt like this person never really loved you. You went in and healed. Looks like you did a pretty good job because you are getting back into alignment and coming your true self again. You're finally feeling at peace. You know, you probably went in and released them with peace, power, and love. You know, which is the way we want to do it. We don't want to hold grudges because all that does is harden our heart. We want to remain in a higher frequency. And the highest frequency there is love. So, we can move on. You know, it takes a little time for some healing. Sometimes a year or 2 to 5, you know, it depends on your circumstances. Betrayal is always hard to get over. So I feel for you, collective. I feel for you. I feel for you. Because this is a terrible thing to go through. And have to heal and start all over again. But you made a soul comeback. You're back online. Your energy is coming back up. And it's easy to slip in between, you know, worlds. Go back and forth and be in the Two of Swords energy stuck in your head. You know, why this happened. But we're going to see if we can clarify this. Divine, could you please give some light on this situation? Okay, your first card out is the Nine of Swords, which makes perfect sense. The Nine of Swords is, oh goodness, it's betrayal. It's being very sad, as you can see in this cup. But I wanted to point something out to you. Even though you may have heard from other people, because birds always have messages. You may have heard this or may have had an intuition about it through the divine, the source of all, one and only. Maybe you were having some kind of intuition about the situation. It did hurt. It's like the, well, Nine of Swords. There's like 9 swords going into your back. So, you know, put you in your feelings. But you do have your spirit right here, the spirit, source, the divine, who's right up here guiding you through it because he knows that your heart's been broken. Okay, your next card out. And the crows, birds always are, like I said, messages. So maybe somebody was telling you, maybe your ancestors or your angels were telling you that something was just not right. It was, you kind of had an intuition that something was going on. Your next card out is the Seven of Swords. This is sneaky behavior. This is somebody possibly stealing your energy. You became feeling drained. They were taken from you. So possibly they weren't being too sneaky because you kind of had a intuition here that something was going on. The next card out is Two of Wands. It kind of got you stuck in your head. You didn't know what to think about the whole situation at that time when all this was happening. You know, going back and forth, probably thinking, oh, should I leave? Should I stay? Should I leave? Something's up. I feel very betrayed. I feel hurt. Your next card out is the Five of Pentacles. Yes. It's about conflict. Fives are about conflict, change, and instability. Or possibly somebody's feeling left out in the cold right now. It's also feeling that you've been left out in the cold. So, geez, I'm so sorry, collective. You might have some forward movement really fast coming in, or you could have some communication coming in about the situation. And also, eights mean taking action. So yeah, somebody might want to come in and take action about the situation. Maybe they're going to come in and apologize. Might have something to do with the King of Cups. But he actually came out reversed. Jeez. The King of Cups is not very, he's kind of emotionally detached. So you could be dealing with a water sign, King of Cups. So the water sign is Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. So you might have been dealing with the King of Cups in reverse. You know, being emotionally closed off. But I'll get into it a little deeper here in a minute after we get out all the cards. This may have caused you to have to take a leap of faith and trust in your intuition. This came out reversed. It's Three of Swords. You're possibly getting out of your heart hurting. This is a lot of betrayal. This is a lot of hurt, a lot of sorrow, a lot of pain this way. But when it's reversed, it's you're coming out of it because you took this leap of faith. You used your intuition to get out of your head, because you're stuck in your head a little bit, and you decided you're going to take a leap of faith in a different direction. That's what I see. But the Chariot card's really not out here yet. I think the Chariot card might come out because you are taking a leap forward. You have forward movement coming in. Your next card out came out Seven of Wands. Sevens are about reflecting on it. Maybe you're no longer reflecting on the whole situation. You're no longer assessing it. Like I said, you're coming out of heartache. You're taking a leap of faith. You're moving on from the King of Cups reversed, the emotionally detached person. The next card out is the Star card. Reverse. Huh. I wonder why that would be. We're going to find out because it should have been upright. I don't know. Maybe you've done enough healing by now. But let's find out. Okay, so on the board, we have a lot of wands. Yeah, a lot of wands. Wands is Aries, Pisces, and Leo. You have some swords, so you might be dealing with somebody who was not only emotionally cut off, but possibly they weren't using their logic. They didn't communicate very well. They might have had a distorted perception, and they could have been a Gemini, Libra, or an Aquarius. So the Nine of Swords is not a good energy at all. Usually the swords are really, none of them are very good. Okay, it came with anxiety, fear, sleepiness, seeing through negative thoughts, and you're concerned about others in this situation. But the Nine of Swords does show you're nearing the end of a mental cycle and the associated challenges of the mental phase, the mind during this phase. You might be experiencing a little bit of fear, restlessness, and sleepiness. It could be pointing back to a time of great anxiety and dealing with mental issues. While that may have been addressed, this is a struggle that you may still be with you today. It is encourages you to face the shadows, knowing that their apparent reality is untrue. This card calls on you to pierce through negative thought patterns and negative thoughts. So even though that you're betrayed, you know, you could come out and heal. So you're being asked by Source to come out of negative thought patterns. Now, we're going to clarify the Seven of Swords. This is my sneaky card. Mental struggles, self-determination, secretive tendencies, realigning motives, strategy, stealth. When the Seven of Swords is in a reading, it means that there was secretive tendencies, possibly secretive motivations, With the purest intentions, though, let's see. It also represents that there are struggles in the mind, challenges that require agility and a good dose of self-examination. This struggle comes from doubting our path and questioning our motivations or the purity of our intentions. This card helps us untie the knot. Okay. However, this is a sneaky card. It's a manipulative card. It's somebody going into your energy and taking from you. So possibly there was no equal give and take in the situation because, you know, they were stealing. Here they are, you know. There's deception right here because of the moon. But they weren't getting away with anything because you had messages, probably from your spirit guides, your ancestors. It did trap you in your head, though, because you have a Two of Wands here. And there was no balance in the situation. There was no unity. It does suggest about partnerships. So I would say that there was no equal give and take. This person was emotionally cut off. Probably couldn't love. I don't know why they couldn't love, but, you know, they probably had a closed heart. Their heart probably didn't open. Maybe they're facing their own shadows. So the Two of Wands is, yeah, that is Two of Wands. It's, being indecisive. You want balance, passion. The world is in your hands. All you have to do is see it. It's right here. The world is in your hands. You got to open your eyes and take a look. And it looks like you might be moving on because here is a transportation. Okay. You got some illumination from the whole situation right here. The world, you have two choices. You may be trapped in your head, don't know what to do, but the world is open to you. It looks like the Chariot is here. Here is a vehicle, chariot. So it looks like you have decided to move on because it was illuminated to you by the divine. So at that time, you're probably thinking with clear and concise decisions. You're starting to make some plans. You're looking towards the future. As you can see, you're out looking out the window, so you're looking towards the future. You're not looking behind. You're not turning behind and looking behind. At times, you may feel like you're defeated, that there's, change. You may feel like you've been left out in the cold. You may feel a little unstable, rebuilding your life due to the betrayal of the third party. So that would be a Five of Pentacles. That's an Earth energy. If you go out more in the earth, in the world, and get some fresh air, take a walk, hug a tree, you might feel a little bit better about the situation. So, since it's Earth, that's Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus. So yeah, you might have experienced some material loss in this relationship because you're probably giving a lot of your money away to this King of Cups, possibly, your resources. At times you're revisiting, but you're overcoming hardships. You're focused on health, and you and possibly your children, masculine or feminine, are probably trying to get through this. Money and the basic life structures are concerning this card, and it's overcoming any hardship. Pulled as a daily card, the Five of Pentacles encourages you to focus on health and the wholeness and wellness of your body and soul. In the relationship, it reminds you that the most important thing is that you have one another. And you could brave any challenges in a union if you work together. Possibly this can be repairable, but first there has to be a lot of forgiveness, and there has to be a lot of healing. Of course, any relationship can come back, bounce back, after a lot of healing has been done. But this card might be talking about this person right here not healing. Okay? The wounds that were created. Now, the Eight of Wands is a fast action. So you might be getting some stability now, and you're focusing on your health and wellness with your body and soul through the star energy here. You're healing. So you have an Eight of Wands, and it's taking action now. Maybe you're getting out of your head and taking action. Or maybe the other party, the other energy is taking action. So the Eight of Wands is speed, sudden movement, a push from the universe, rush towards completion, agility, or take flight. So you could possibly have taken flight. You left this situation. It wasn't serving your highest needs, your highest good. You didn't want to be stuck in the Nine of Swords energy of being sad. So you may have even healed very fast. This card hurls a rush towards the completion of an endeavor with the need of great agility and to stay nimble to navigate these great speeds. Don't be afraid of the coming up action. Use it and take flight. The universe is pushing you. They're going to aid you through this. Remember that you are a blessing. Okay? Always remember that you are a blessing. Even though there might have been a third party involved, you are God's blessing. You are the divine's blessing. So there's going to be a sudden movement taking you places while demanding that you also stay grounded. So once again, you're going to want to go out and possibly, take some walks to clear your mind. Breathe in some more oxygen, for your health. Maybe go by and smell the flowers. Like I said, hug a tree. Ground yourself. Go outside and meditate. Put your feet in the ground. Or go garden. Go outside. And this will help you get through this. Because you are taking fast action. You're taking flight. From possibly this King of Cups reverse. This is just energy. So this could be a masculine or a feminine. But they're definitely closed off. Because Cups is an emotional card. Has to do with your emotions. And just kind of, oh yeah, we do have. So the King of Cups energy is unspirited, stagnant, ignoring emotions, empty promises, swayed by emotions. So this person here may have been future faking you, love bombing you, had a closed off heart because they had empty promises. They were ignoring their emotions. So unstable emotions here, disconnected from the heart, may have been using emotional manipulation, and they were very distant from you. Well, I could see how they were distant from you. They were probably focusing on a third party. Possibly taking your money right here, stealing from you, and giving it to the third party. Okay? And that could be why you're feeling like you're in the Five of Pentacles. You're feeling like you're in lack. Excuse me. So, the King of Cups is misdirected. They're unstable. They're disconnected from the strength of their heart. They struggle to find inherent kindness and emotional intelligence. In relationships, this can manifest as emotional manipulation, using connections and feelings to get what they want. Or the heart connected in one of the partners may be dimmed, resulting in their acting distant and lack of intimate connection. So that's what I said. Heart's closed off. But since you're moving fast from this King of Cups, Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer energy, you're taking a leap of faith. You're the Fool. Collective. So it's a major arcana card. And it's like starting all over. The Fool has to start all over. It's a number 0. So it means new beginnings, taking a leap of faith, a fresh start, having impulse, and innocence. The Fool means that that up ahead in your path there is a chance for a completely new start. It's also asking you to take a journey of your soul, inviting you to trust whatever propels you forward from inside. The Fool also follows their impulse to give to romance another chance. The Fool calls on you to regain your sense of innocence and to look at the wonder of life again using fresh, childlike eyes. And I see you're doing that because you're coming out of heartache, the 3 of Swords. And you're moving, there's fast movement after you felt betrayed and stuck in your head. And, betrayed right here within the 9 of Swords. So the 3 of Swords is, you're coming out of heartache. Definitely. It looks like you've already healed. And you're ready, well, you're taking a leap of faith. You're letting your spirit guides and source right here guide you. This is all source guiding you to take this leap of faith, to move forward. Okay, you're coming out of heartache here. Pain is released, integrating suffering, avoiding pain, and you could be alchemizing your pain, turning pain into power, which is what we want to do anyway, It's like, go ahead, give me some more pain because all I'm going to do is turn that into power. The 3 of Swords can show the pain you went through by being released. And its lessons integrated. So you probably had to learn a lesson here, not to be so trustworthy. There were signs that this person was disconnected. Possibly. If you're currently overgoing a heartbreak, it foretells your healing. So that's what this says. Yes, you're getting out of heartache. Because you're leaping faith, you're moving fast. Although you do have the 7 of Wands here. So, you're not looking back. You're not really taking an assessment on the whole situation. You're not doing too much reflection on it. You're not dwelling on the situation. So, that's what I see. You're just over it. You're moving forward. You're acting as the Fool, which is just wonderful energy, actually. I like when the Fool shows up because this means a new start for you, collective. Okay. So I like that a lot. The 7 of Wands. Oh goodness, you are blocking them. You're overcoming anxiety. There's some more obstacles to overcome. This card is asking you to get in touch with your mental state, be mindful of anxiety, and remind yourself that you can handle whatever comes. Don't feel indecisive about your choices because you're the Fool. You're moving forward. You've already healed with the Star card right there. I don't think this person is healed. This King of Cups. Um, your heart is mending. See, you're putting your heart back together again. You know, possibly. Oh, it looks like they sewed it together, but you know, you could use tape. You could use you know, but your heart is getting mended again, and you're gonna have open heart, collective. But it looks like you might be blocking them. You may have some anxiety still left over as a leftover energy at times. But this is kind of strange because of the Star card reverse. I would think that would come out right side up. But I'm possibly thinking this might be this energy right here. The King of Cups energy. The Star in reverse. So, well, you might be feeling this way at times, but just know you're doing the right thing, okay? You are taking a leap of faith. You're healing your heart. You are experiencing a little bit of anxiety, but that's okay. It's normal. It says sometimes you're feeling helpless. You're having a lack of faith. And you're neglecting your mental health. So, you know, continue to heal while you're on your new journey, your new start. Don't lose faith in the divine. Trust in the process and divine timing. It may have you feeling deflated. You might want to do a mental check-in every once in a while with yourself. Address anything that may be blocking your healing and mental stability. This could range from reducing caffeine intake or even seeking a professional at this time, you know, to restore your mental health. This reversal may be pointing to influences that mental health issues may be having on situations such as challenging effects on your relationships or creative life. If that is the case, your invitation is to engage with your healing with support and faith in your transformation. So you're being asked to go in and do a little bit more healing while you're taking your leap of faith and moving fast. You are mending your heart. You might be feeling a little bit having anxiety at this time. So let's see what other messages we could get about this betrayal. I'm not really so sure. It might be a relationship betrayal, but it could be friend, family, or a mate, a lover. But let's see. Let's get some more messages. Divine, could you please give me a little bit more message about this situation? The collective here is healing. They're trying to do their best. Sometimes they're going in and out of anxiety, but they are mending their heart. At times, they're struggling. So, you know, if you feel like you can't get, try to reduce your caffeine. Also, try to get out more into the earth, become grounded. You know, do some gardening, go swimming, go biking, do anything you can. Go fly a kite, go to a park, go shoot some hoops, you know, to become grounded. Also, if it's really bad, I would suggest getting some mental health help. So you want to kindle a spark inside you again. Maybe you feel like at this time your flame has been diminished, but you're trying to rekindle the spark inside you. Because remember, Source, the divine, is inside you. Because we're all part of the divine. So maybe this time you want to kindle a spark within yourself. Your next card out is auroral dreams, ether dance. So this being here, it looks like you are on a healing journey. You're transforming. You're probably taking the pain and turning it, you know, into power. The moon's still here a little bit, you know, but there's still stars. So you're healing from the deception, but you are transforming. So just have faith. You are. You're doing some transformation. So far we have 10 and 8. 10 is completion of a cycle. 8 is about taking action. Weigh your emotions carefully. Find equilibrium within at this time. This is a 4. So it's coinciding with your structure, your stability, and manifesting. This could also be the temperance card. Have some patience with yourself. Weigh your emotions. Check in with yourself every now and then. You know, meditate and check in with yourself. Have some temperance. Have some patience with yourself. Okay. Your next card is See the Truth Within, Eye of the Lotus. See the truth within it's universal. Open the third eye. Reflection on universal energy inside. So it's asking you at this time to do some meditation on this. And that will help in the healing process. Okay, so far that's what I have with the betrayal. But the energy I do see is you could possibly be dealing with a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. And like I said, it could be a lover, friend, family member that you might have been feeling betrayed by. But you'll get through it. I have confidence and faith in you. I have faith that you're going to get some downloads from Source and you're going to be okay. The divine is with you at all times. The spark is inside you, so, you know, he does say that he made us all in his image. So you need to remember that you're part of Source. And that might help you get through it a little bit easier. To just remember who you are. You're part of the divine. So we all have that flame within inside of us. So you might be on a mission to rekindle the flame inside you. And get out of your creative blocks. You know, you might want to do some paintings, drawing, doing something creative. That might help too. Become grounding. Let's see. Now I'm going to do a pile 1, 2, and 3 of the Romance Oracle cards from your angels. And remember, think about 1, 2, or 3 numbers in your head. Whatever number comes first in your head, that's the number you should probably pick. And so we'll put this away. I'm going to put this up here. And let's see, where did I do with that deck of cards? Right here. So we'll put away these cards. And let's get some romance and love oracle cards. You might want to empower yourself right now too. resurrection, rebirth, reflection. Let's see, what else can I tell you that I am hearing from source? I evolve, freedom, progress, originality, sudden changes. Okay, and then yeah, that's what I'm channeling. And also I feel security, emotions, and it's feminine energy related to the moon. Okay, we're going to do 1, 2, and 3 piles, 3 cards each pile. So pick a number: 1, 2, 3. Go with the first number. That's go with your instincts, your intuition. And at the end, I'll bring them all together. Okay, if you pick pile 1, we do not read these at reversals. You might have been dealing with a twin flame that was emotionally cut off. Trust the magnetic pull of your twin flame. It will guide you towards them. They may want to come back. Window, a new adventure and love is coming. Get ready. The X. Healing from your past heartbreak takes time. Be patient with yourself. So, I'm thinking you might have a twin flame coming in. If you pick pile 1, the X. Your healing from past heartbreak takes time. Be patient with yourself. This is like a temperance card. So remember, it takes a little time to heal. But it looks like you're doing a pretty good job. You are calling in your twin flame. Trust the magnetic pull of your twin flame. It will guide you towards them. And you have a window of opportunity in love. A new adventure in love is coming. So get ready. Okay, if you picked pile 2, you might be getting to know somebody. Love knows no distance. It transcends time and space. So somebody at a distance might be interested in you. It's time for you to relax, find joy in the simple pleasures of life, of just being together, even though there might be long distance. It may take some sacrifice. Love may come with sacrifices of value, what you're willing to give up. Okay, you pick pile 2. So you might have a long distance relationship coming in, but you're going to have to do some sacrificing here, and you know, you might have to really think about how this is going to work and how you can make it work, or whether or not you can make it work. You might need some alone time. Spend some time alone. It will help you gain clarity on your relationship. You are on the right path. Love is a beautiful journey, and you're on the right path. Imperfections. Love is a beautiful mess. Embrace it and its imperfections. I might be talking about the long distance situation. Okay, I'm going to try to pull these all together. Let's see. You're healing from the past heartbreak, and it takes time, so be patient with yourself. Okay, remember that. You have a window. A new adventure and love is coming, so get ready. This could possibly be your twin flame. Trust the magnetic pull of your twin flame. It will guide you towards them. This twin flame may be a long distance. Love knows no distance. It transcends time and space. You might need to do some alone time. Spend some time alone. It will help gain clarity on your relationship. This new relationship that's coming in with your twin flame. It may take some sacrifices. Love may come with sacrifices. Evaluate what you're willing to give up. The long distance may cause some imperfections. Love is a beautiful mess. Embrace its imperfections. It's time also for you to relax, because you will find the answers. Find joy in the simple pleasures of just being together. And you are on the right path. Love is a beautiful journey, and you're on the right path. So that's what I have for you, Soul Tribe. I'm also going to give you a spirit animal, one spirit animal. Hopefully you'll see them when you go out in the earth and become grounded. Also comes with a little book. So I'll read from the book. Okay. Let's see. Divine, what messages do you have from the spirit animals? So when you go outside, look for this little spirit animal. Okay? Unless it's a jungle animal. Possibly go to a zoo. That might work. Okay, cut the deck. And your spirit animal is, oh yeah, you're going to have to go to the zoo. Okay. An elephant. You can overcome any problem. All you have to do is rely on your intuition, and the intuition comes from the divine. Okay, you have the elephant. Let's see what it has to say about the elephant. So remember, give yourself some patience, because you can overcome any problem. The elephant. Elephant says, I'm sure sometimes you feel like you're faced with what seems like insurmountable problems. You had some trouble with one of your subjects at school, or one of your friends got upset with you, or a friend you usually played with for some reason didn't want to hang out with you today, or possibly you've lost a lover or a love. Whether it's one particular problem or one of those times when it seems like nothing is going right, it could be quite overwhelming. When you're overwhelmed, it's hard to think straight or figure out what to do. So the first thing is to pause for a few minutes. Take some deep breaths and tell yourself, I am relaxed. It goes back to take some you time. It's time to relax. Okay? Remind yourself that most problems you face are not as big as you think they are, and that you have a number of resources that can help solve just about any problem. The first resource to turn to could be a trusted friend. It could be your doctor. It could be your community, somebody in your soul tribe. If it helps to solve the problem, you could use the internet and books to research ways other people have solved similar problems, or find specific steps to take to resolve a situation. You could ask others also. But you must always strongly believe that you can solve the problem. Just remember that you don't have to do it alone. When confronted with a difficult challenge, repeat the phrase, I can do it, several times, and feel what happens in your body before and after. Find the good things that come out of facing and solving a problem, and write one or two of those things down in a journal. If you tried solving the problem alone but haven't done so, don't give up completely. Ask for advice or help from a relative, a friend, or even your spirit guide, your angels. Ask the divine. He's always there. He will always listen to you. Okay? So that's what I have for you, collective, and thank you for joining me. Remember, like, subscribe, and comment. It helps other people that might be dealing with the same situation. When you comment, maybe they can gain your perspective on how you healed, or the steps you took to overtake a challenging situation in your life. Or, you could vent about it whenever you comment. And that just brings the community closer together, to where we become one giant soul tribe, and we could help each other. because, you know, I've also experienced some losses in my life. Currently, I'm dealing with a loss with my nephew. He is passed. He's ascended. But at least he's not suffering. He's with the divine, and I know that much is true. That being said, I was happy to give you a reading this evening, and take care.